that demands of us to understand that this religion is not meant for an Arab or a non-Arab or a white man or a black man, but it is made for all of humankind. It is a call to humanity. We being human beings, and jinn as well, that to submit to the will of Almighty God is our reason and purpose for living and existing, to serve Him. We are now at one of the most blessed congregations of humankind that the world has ever known, the best of it. Been called to the Hajj, to the house of Almighty God, to proclaim His greatness and to declare that our service to Him, Labaik, we are here, Labaik Allahumma Labaik. We are here, Almighty God. Many people, when we read the verse of the Quran, we are missing something. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says in the Quran, and proclaim the pilgrimage amongst humankind, man. Now, in this case here, we take it to mean the Muslims. But Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, our father, the father of what they call the Abrahamic religions, was sent to all of humankind with a proclamation that was made long time before the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. And Ibrahim, our father Abraham, was sent with a message that includes all of us. And this is why we can be gathered in this room representing maybe 20 nations, we don't know. Somalian, Sudanese, my white brother from around the corner, my black brother from down the street, all of us are here for the same and single purpose, and that is to claim our presence in this world as His servants. And it's not that you have to be, listen, there are each year 3 million people making the Hajj. Let's say 3 million. In 100 years, that's only 300 million people. Presently in the world today, there are nearly 2 billion Muslims. So what does that make? What percentage is it? It's about 12.5%, something like that. Now, in 100 years, if you're only going to have enabled 3 million people each year, it's only going to be 300 million people. So many of us who exist today, I'm fortunate to have made the Hajj and Umrah twice. I was amongst the Duyufullah in Mecca Mukarramah and Medina Munawwara, and I had a chance to make that proclamation, Labaik Allahumma Labaik. But wherever we are as human beings, it should be our obligation to make our proclamation of the existence of God as being the one and only creator of the heavens and the earth, and that we are dedicated to serving Him. This is why we live and exist. Many people don't understand that. Somehow or the other, we feel that we have to become the president, or we want to be the one with the golden gloves boxing, or we want to get the trophy for the best basketball player, or a movie star, or a PhD in medicine, whatever. But this is not the reason that we live and exist. These are this means. And excellence, not perfection, but excellence is the reason, or is the way that we must approach Allah and the life that we live. And excellence means for a Muslim that we have shahada, and the best of us are those who claim the oneness of Almighty God and then remain upright. And this is what they fear amongst the Muslims. Not our proclamation that we believe in Allah, but our effort to be upright under all means and firm in standing before Him and the world. And until the day comes that we stand before Allah and the world firm, not only in our proclamation, but in our dedication and in our behavior, then we will be standing before Allah one day as hypocrites for not fulfilling our obligation. And proclaim the pilgrimage among mankind. They will come to you thee on foot mounted, and mounted on every kind of camel or lean animal, account of journeys through deep and distant mountain highways. Now we take a plane. We're not traveling on camels any longer. We're not traveling on beasts. We travel on jet planes and boats and buses. So it's easy. Can you imagine now 200 years ago, how long it would take to make Hajj on foot and camel? Years to go and come. This is why a young person who was in Uzbekistan, or somebody is in the heart of Africa, or wherever they've come from, would be traveling years, sometimes, or months and months and months and years to get to the house of Allah and then to return. And this is why at that time people were so honored when they were said his name, he has the title of Al-Hajj, because he's been to the house of Allah. Hajj is considered a divine and universal call to humanity. Remember that. Even that we, now to distinguish it, now all of humankind is made, the proclamation is made to all of humankind. But the obligation is for you, and you, and this man in front of you, it is our obligation to make the Hajj. It's not the obligation of the people, because you can't get to the house of Allah as a non-Muslim and expect for your presence there to be accepted. So you have to be a Muslim with the proclamation that you declare your belief in Allah and your dedication to Him and the way of life that He has given us under the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, called Islam. I'm concerned for myself, and I'm sorry that I stand before you being so concerned for myself, but I really, nothing that you do is going to get me into paradise. The only thing that's going to get me closer or to find the good pleasure of Allah is what I believe and what I do in sincerity. Any amount of nifaq, hypocrisy, any element of disbelief or reluctance will be certainly seen by Allah, because He sees all things. He doesn't go to what I'm doing on the outside. He doesn't care about the length of my beard or the curl or the straightness of my hair. All He cares is about the heart. And if the heart is good, according to the hadith, there's a piece of flesh in man, and if it is good, everything is good. And if it's bad, then all of he is bad. So our heart is what we should be working with at all times.